we go. I do believe we are live. So I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. What a dear pleasure it is to have you here once again on another day, an opportunity for us to consciously evolve, for us to look at all the things we have in our lives, to consider all of the patterns we have participated within, and then to consider doing something new. That is what today's stream topic is about, at the very least. Doing something new. I've been doing something new. It has been fun. I remember talking, I think, 2 days ago about progress and patience, and there was a is, let's say, a synchronicity between that topic and this one. Hey, Xiao. I said, Xiao, I see emotions here with me. It's nice. Sending you so much love as well. I just want to say again, uh, if you're here, Xiao, and friends, it is Xiao's birthday today, so celebrate her too. Please do. The new day for her. At least new year, let's say, at the very least. Sending you so much love again. Xiao, happy birthday, my beloved. Yeah, still thinking about what's new. I did something new. I made Joe something as well. I haven't told her what it is just yet. It's not that new. It's not new on the scale of reality. Trying new things. Nope, don't like that. Yeah, Sam. I think you specifically will not like this new thing that I'm talking about today. All right, knowing you. Uh, I'm using something called Zora. You ever heard of a Zora? I hadn't heard of a Zora either up until, was it Friday? Nope, it was Wednesday. Wednesday, I found out there was a new day one or something like that post by, I believe, Coinbase. And they were like really going into details, talking about how they want to build a platform very much for creators, where the current platform as it is right now, as you're using this platform right now, I am a product, right? That basically sells to you whatever YouTube gets to, whatever ad comes next, whatever, right? Whatever thing I influence you, that's basically what I am right now. Then there is this model that they're trying to build right now where your content becomes valuable, where every single time you upload something, that becomes the product. That becomes the tokenized, asset, if you will. And it has been something quite interesting. I've been, to not put it lightly, enjoying using it. I really have been. It is new to me, and it is technically costing me money right now, but it is still fun to actually use it. Let me see if I can. Can I open it from here? I don't technically have the app on this device. Part of me wants to see if I can show you something at the very least. Thank friend. Love is true. Joe is getting celebrated. We love her. Thank you, friends, for creating a safe space here as well. Let's see if this thing is going to load the way that I want it to. It might not. This is technically the device that I use to access that piece of software. But yeah. It's essentially tokenized Instagram. That's basically what it is. Oops, double hammered him on accident. Good. Good. I actually, like, now my mind is like opening tabs. I wonder. I'll see if I can. But there was a post that I actually bought some of, right? And I'm buying like 30 cents, $30 cents, sometimes $50 cents worth of these posts. So I'm not spending a lot of money, but still, money is being spent. And it is supposed to be this platform where creators, like your profile, can have like a token attached to it where people can support you directly, or they can purchase your art, and then you can purchase other people's art. And then if people buy the art that you have purchased, that obviously means that that art is more valuable, which pushes its value up, meaning your portfolio value rises. And I, for the first time yesterday, sold three, three total of my NFTs, and I gained two like profile token supporters, so people that actually bought some of my tokens as well. And I lost my mind a little bit. I won't lie. I was super stoked about for the just for the pure fact that I do believe in this technology. I really do. Because I think of it as a matter of something new, since that is today's stream topic, right? I think of it like something new and a cutting edge, pushing the boundaries of what the future of the internet is going to look like, right? Because powers always oscillate. We had a very open internet where you could do anything, the Wild West, and then it got very closed off with our current mega giants, right? And now we're swinging back to the other flippy floppy side, and I feel like this could be a part of it. It's still loading though. That's one thing that I am noticing. You need good internet if you're going to use this service because, and that's the nice thing, you do actually get to access really high fidelity media. I get to upload my art and it looks crispy, like crispy crisp, like really nice. But I won't be able to show you. You'll have to go check it out for yourself, I guess. Yeah, incentivize, yeah, nudging, nudging. So it's an advertising thingy. No, no, not really. Or is it for visibility? Neither. There is actually a visibility thing as well. It's called like Farcaster, which is a decentralized alternative to Twitter, right? I try to not use Twitter as much as I can. And I say that from a perspective of like, I think I have like a total of like 5 posts on Twitter or something. Farcaster is like an equivalent to that as well. This is essentially a marketplace, essentially. But that marketplace is built and maintained by the creators. Imagine Reddit or Instagram, but it is literally monetized and created by the actual creators, right? So instead of you getting absolutely nothing, for instance, let me say I upload something that goes viral on Instagram, right? And I get 10 million likes. Those 10 million likes on Instagram right now mean very close to jack shit. Means very little, technically. However, if you got the equivalent of 10 million buys, right, on your post, that would suddenly mean that that post goes up exponentially in value. I think the most I've seen is like 17,000. 17,000 people buying into a token. And then that token or that post, right, goes up to like 20,000 US dollars in value. So now suddenly you don't have to buy the entire 20,000 US dollar NFT. You can only buy a percentage. My throat is so dry. Like oh, like brutally. Oh, there's something in the air right now. I think I think it is raining that side and it's pushing up a bunch of dust into the air. Literally feels like I'm freaking breathing gravel. Give me a second. I'm gonna go get some water. Let me get myself some water. Let me get myself a water. Hydrate myself with some water. Ah. This looks so cursed. Oh. This is what you see if you click on the link that I sent. This is the first thing you see. It looks so strange. Admittedly, that looks extremely strange. But But there you can see, right? Like that's essentially the user interface. Like someone posts a post, they post a little post of little fairies on a carousel. Then I like that post, and then I essentially mint some of its tokens. And now I own part of that post. So if more people want to own some of that post, I can technically sell some of those tokens, or I could continue holding on to it because it's important to me and I find it valuable, for example. Mm. So, yeah. You do you, Bob. The American dream, the real American dream, is all about generating income out of thin air. This is a kind of generating income out of thin air, admittedly, Sam. However, it is, I feel like, a transition towards a true creator support, right? A lot of us, all of us, you right now, rely on entertainers to be entertained as you go through life, as you go through your day, right? And some of us are starting to realize that good entertainment, pretty things, is harder and harder to come by. And in that way, we are going to gravitate towards things that we like. And some people will have the same tastes that we do and will like them. And in that way, if you want to see more art made, if you want to have more of this character perpetuate, supporting their work is a good way to ensure that they get to continue. And building systems where we make that possible, I think is good. I like that. Giovanna, I sent you a text. A bargain bin store in my area has Manduka Pro mats for like 40 bucks. Manduka Pro is like the yoga mats, right? Nice. My eyes fell out of my head, man. If you and Melt want one, we can get that arranged. Bargain bin. I mean, that sounds good. That sounds good, Sam. Is Jovan looking for a mat? I'll need a mat when I go to America. Do I have $80 right now is the question. Do I have PayPal on this device is the other question. Also no. But it is close to the end of the month again. I would like a Manduka Pro yoga mat. I heard Manduka is like the fancy, the creme de la creme, the Dynavap. Just to mess with Sam of yoga mats. Mojo's here too. Jovan, congrats on another glorious trip around the sun. Thank you, Mojo. It's true. Prairie Wolf, you too. Everybody that's here that doesn't know, it is Joe's birthday. Celebrate her with us. Nancy's celebrating too. Jovan, it's your birthday. Yay, blessed you. I'll text you the details, Jovan. Sam, I was dealing blackjack last night when I got your message, but meant to tell you I'll take two. I like how I'm like, yes, I'll get the money, and Joe is like already on it. And maybe if shipping like 100, rather, we can pick that up on our visit to. That does sound nice. I mean, Sam's gonna have to come through to marry us, so she might bring us yoga mats as well. Donkey Mojo and Nancy, howdy Prairie, so much love. Yeah, it's nice to celebrate you, Joe. It's nice to think about all of the new things that we will get to try as we continue to grow. We are getting older and older, and this world is just as new. Isn't that interesting? I like thinking about it that way. Happy birthday, Jovan. Love that comment. I'll be using that. Hope you have a great next voyage around the sun. So much love. Wonder if I missed the message you're talking about. Don't know. Love is true. That I do know, at least. Ah, terrific. Yes, let's pretend there's only nature. Only nature exists. I have a Dynavap here, and inside of it I have Durban Dank, I believe it's called. It has very strong OG Kush kind of terpenes. OG Cushy, but it can also be interpreted as like mango, like greenish, fresh mango. Like you pinch the connection point where the stem connects with the mango. If you pinch that and smell it, still has that green smell to it because it's so close to the plant, but it still has those mango-y terpenes. That's kind of what this one smells like. Those mango terpenes are very volatile, though, it seems. They come off first. What's the thing called that you use up to heat the Dynavap? This thing is called an Inspire wand. Inspire. I would show you the name, but it used to be under there. I don't know if it has any other. Oh, here we go. Oh, it's Aspire. Aspire wand. You need to aspire to wield the wand. And it's essentially a little induction coil, a electromagnet that is coiled up in that little cavity. And then these batteries put a signal, electrons through it in a pulsing kind of action. And then that pulse turns the magnet on and off again. And in doing so, heat up the little piece of metal that is up top. Do you have a Dynavap as well, Nancy? One of these days, I'll have an affiliate link. And then Dynavap. I don't think Dynavap does sponsor anybody technically, but Dynavap will sponsor me one of these days. Are you doing something special today? Yeah, we do have a Sangha a little bit later. And she did get a pedicure and go out for dinner and stuff yesterday. Maybe like a preemptive celebration so that she can be calm on her birthday. I do have a Dynavap melt. Nice, Nancy. The biggest win for me with the Dynavap, and this might just be my own personal, what's the word I'm looking for? Or the induction coil incompetence, is the fact that I don't burn the sides of my bud nearly as often with the induction heater as I do when I'm using a torch. So I end up getting an even more flavorful kind of hit instead of it being a little bit burnt tasting. Melt, matte color. Do you care? Purple. They got purple? If they got purple, hook me up with purple. If they ain't got purple, hook me up with blue. If they ain't got blue, hook me up with green. If they ain't got green, hook me up with red. If they ain't got red, hook me up with orange. Ain't got orange. And black. There we go. That's my list, my order. Start from the top. Thank you, Sam. This is making me excited. Like I'm suddenly stoked at this yoga mat. So just fucking anything will do, but purple first. Okay. Yeah. I'm not. Yeah, I like colors. You might have noticed, right? And I don't really care about matchy. To some people, it might be sacrilege to wear blue, reds, and whites with black, greens, and golds, but not this guy. This guy thinks, what flower? What flower will make? What will make flower if I use those colors? Yeah, thank you though, Sam. Suddenly, suddenly stoked. Joe's getting a yoga mat for her birthday too. I don't know if I was supposed to get gifts as well, but I ain't gonna say no. I'll say thank you. Yeah. Thinking about all of the new things that we will get to do. Yoga. Yoga stays new to me. I did again today was Sunday, so we do our practice in silence. And I did my practice on that side of the house, and the wind was relentless, but the scenery was beautiful. And I found myself very at peace and calm with my practice. I felt strong in it, to say it in another way as well. And it's interesting to me how I am so used to say it, to that practice, that I can do it almost without even thinking about it, that I can do it without being there, to say it in another way. Right? It's like my body is doing the practice and my mind is like doing something else, literally. And it's strange how yoga is basically this practice of trying to get those two to sync up, to be one, right? And I do believe that it helps doing new stuff as well. I believe in doing the same practice. I do, because it gives me something to measure against. Like again, even though the fact that it's the same practice, it's still new to me because I get to discover new things about myself in that moment, at least. What's true about me today, experientially, right? And then I get to do for myself and be understanding of myself with that in context. Special greetings to Aunt Sam and Jovan and also Uncle Melt. Hey, Moon Knight. Bless you, young friend. May you be blessed. May this Sunday find you well. I about cried in the store when I saw those. I've been praying for a Manduka Pro, but they're in the triple figures for a good one, and flies come out of my wallet when I open it. Cartoon style. Yeah, I heard that too, Sam. I heard that too. Maybe they're counterfeit mandukas. But again, a yoga mat is very difficult to mess up, right? I have the yoga mat that I'm using right now, I believe was $20, $25. And it's getting Boreketh. Don't get me wrong. It's getting really Boreketh. But it's still a yoga mat, right? And in that way, I understand that manduka kind of like adds a texture layer or something. Toughening layer. Right. So if you do that step, even if it's not, a triple figure yoga mat, it's still going to be durable enough. And I need a yoga mat. I need a yoga mat if I'm gonna be in Americas. Melt with his mat. Right. That's all the gym you need. Thin slice of soft. Yeah. Kind of sounds lame when you say it like that. It's like, what kind of gym do you use? I use a thin slice of soft. All right. I use big pieces of metal and I move them. It's like, okay, cool, dude. Can you can you put your big pieces of metal on your back and carry it with you up a mountain? Do your exercises with mountain views. Didn't think so, loser. Just finished my Sunday football match. Nice. Happy Sunday. How are you spending your day? That does sound fun. That absolutely are hard to fuck. But when I groped, yes, the Manduka mats, they're Manduka mats. There's no comparison. I have a thin Gaia mat I picked up for $10, and there's no comparison between the two. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, Sam, for thinking about us. That's what I'm seeing, right? Is that we have this friend, these pair of eyes out in the universe, that sees something nice and thinks about her friends. That's some love right there. That's some good stuff. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm noticing something about my way of processing. I did mention that I did enter a certain type of almost, I don't know if it's addiction loop. It's social media. It's social media, but it's attaching a certain bug, right? When the bug gets you, it's attaching a certain bug to it. It attaches to me because at this point, I feel like there definitely is an incentive in my behavior to follow people whose art I like, and then to potentially see which of, if after I followed you, which one of the pieces of yours that I like enough to actually buy some of. And then after that, there is almost like this loop perpetuated of them potentially following. And then there is this dopamine, dopamine all the way down. Dopamine. And I am curious because again, the whole platform is built on this principle that you can take anything, a video as well. I can take like a clip, I can take like 15 seconds of the stream, tokenize it, and then upload it there. And then it becomes something that people can own pieces of as well. And it, again, that makes me like, huh. Huh. And again, if you attach layers of AI to that, all jeeps, then you have something new, a way to do things that we haven't done before. I do a live stream, and at the end of the live stream, I have a computer that analyzes my, ideally, I don't even know if I have access to it. Maybe I can request it from Google or something, like the APIs to my streams. In those APIs, ideally, is all of the metrics, all of the parts of which is the most common. Maybe there's some sort of metric for user engagement, I don't know. And then it can auto cut thin little slices, propagate those thin little slices automatically to YouTube Shorts. Those YouTube Shorts could potentially link to the potential to own, slivers of content. If it's something you resonate with, you can be like, yeah, this is at least in part now mine. Or you could say, this is mine. I'll take this. All right, one please. To that, for instance, meme you like that absolutely made you crack. Maybe it's like 3 a.m. in the morning and you see a meme that you relate to so hard, you feel like you're looking in the mirror. And then you can just decide that's mine. And that's mine now. Not in the world as it is, but in the world as it will be. All right. And then if someone else goes, that is really funny. I like that a lot. Please, can I have some? Then that post, that actual meme, becomes more valuable. It might have been valuable in the zeitgeist of our minds, but being able to quantify, right, show it to ourselves, I find super fascinating. I don't know if it's necessarily good for me, admittedly. Maybe it's bad for me, but I am fascinated by it. In the same way that I could be fascinated by the sun, right? I am fascinated by the sun, but I also know not to look directly at it for extended periods of time because that would be bad for me. And I'm trying to grow in the same way that awareness with these technologies. Joe did say, I got a Gaia mat. It's so pretty, and I do love it. But that thing is paper. Yeah, I don't really vibe too hard with a very thin yoga mat, I've noticed. What are we talking about today? We're talking about new things. Trying new things. I've been trying something new, and I don't know if it's just been working, but it's been working more than I thought it would already. All right, like I thought again, in the same way as this, I was gonna have to like do it for multiple years, and then maybe after multiple years, suddenly there will be a connection, right? Some sort of inflection point, and then I could expect something. And then I talked about that 2 days ago with the whole progress and patience and having enough patience to allow myself to progress. Because sometimes when we don't progress as much as we want to, we stop progressing, right? And if we only had the patience to continue progressing, we would have eventually progressed onto the next onto the next chapter of whatever that is. All right. So yeah, I am hopeful. I am happy to know that love is true. That we got more and more interesting renditions, right? And even if this iteration, Zora, doesn't end up being it, right? If it doesn't being the thing that is successful, it is going to eventually happen, right? Even if the old, traditional systems do it for themselves, it's going to happen eventually. The problem is that those old traditional systems weren't built with that in mind, and that's where the new that's where the new comes into disrupt all the time, right? All of us in that way are the new all the time. Kid is 6 months old. Sam has a 6-month-old child talking about new things. 6 months old now. Moon Knight, he's exploring with his hands, gaining dexterity in his feetsies, and trying solid foods for the first time. Little man loves sweet potato. He knows sweet potato is good for him. Man's a G. Gaia maths. When I bought it, it was with the intention of teaching on the same kind of math my potential students would be learning on. But yeah, thin AF and does not serve my needs. Yeah, get yourself a comfortable yoga mat. It is going to be worth it. Your knees are going to thank you. Your palms and wrists too. If you want to do some head rolls, your skull will also be grateful. Yeah, Moon. I'm a new mom. Love is true. I can't believe it's already 6 months. Time passes fast. That baby has grown. That's a big baby. I don't know if you've seen how big the baby is. Man, that baby went from being like small potato to being like unata. I mean, he is eating sweet potatoes. Something, something. He's a sweet potato. All right. I don't know if that's insulting. I'm just trying to be endearing here. I might just stack the mats on top of one another. I do that. The thin mat I have is being stacked on the very first mat I got. It was made of material, like literally weaved material that had like stitching around it, and then it had a kind of cushion in the middle. It has delaminated from the cushion in the middle at this point, but it's still material, so it's still kind of stuck. I don't like the texture or the looseness of it on the thing in the middle, so I put another mat on top of it, but then it's at least like double mat thick, and then it's comfortable enough to not feel discomfort at least. Sam, I didn't know you're a new mom. Just before we go on to that fractal, sorry, Prairie Wolf. I'm just thinking about Christian because before we close the thin mat, Christian literally, and I'm not like trying to embellish the literally here. He literally has a yoga mat that is thinner than that. Maybe, maybe that thick at the most. It's literally like this. If it rolls up, it can literally roll up in like a thing that big. I'm not even joking. It it like wobbles like you can like shake it and it will crumple up. That's how thin it is. Like it doesn't have any like where a yoga mat usually has like some sort of planal structural integrity where if you grab the yoga mat on its sides and you try and move it like this or sliding it over a flat surface, it will kind of like move in the axis that you're trying to slide it. This mat, you will literally drag it, right? It will like kink and you'll have to drag it like this way. I don't understand how he does it. And then I do yoga next to him with my double mat setup, and he does it on this thing that's like the size of paper. And my knees are dying for his. And he does it as well from the perspective, like his perspective is that he would want to be able to do yoga literally on concrete or on a dirt road, like he wants to be able to do that, but he uses the yoga mat to just keep him clean from the dirt underneath. So it's literally just like a skin. I want him to kind of send a photo. Hey, he actually sent me. He did send me a message. No, I don't know if I want to call him. Oi, homie. I just called. I don't know if it can happen fast. Send me a photo of that black yoga mat you have. We're having a conversation in stream about yoga mats, and we're coming to this conclusion basically in the space that having a comfortable yoga mat makes yoga a little bit more comfortable. And then I had to talk about you, bro, and that piece of paper that you practice on. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. Hectic. He replies hectic because I show him this. So I receive this TikTok. It's called Mind a Wake Up. Mind a Wake Up. Yeah. And it's essentially a guy that dresses as an alien and then does skits. So I receive this message forwarded from my dad. And then I proceed to send it to Christian and be like, bro, my dad sent me this. I just had my dad send me this. And it gives me hope. I'll show it to you friends as well. What's up, my boy Rizwan Khan? If that's your real name, that's very cool. I'm doing good. How are you? Mr. Abdul, bless you too. Please say I'm good in football. Mr. Abdul is like really good at football. I've never for once, a single times, seen him play, but I'm sure he's the best. Messi ain't got nothing. Ronaldo goes for lessons. Am I pushing it? Sam, I didn't know. You're a new mom. Enjoy every precious moment before they talk another round. Coming from an old mom of twins. Bless. Love is true. Oh shit, twins. What are your tips, Prairie Wolf? I've only got the one, so they should be doubly effective, right? That's how it works. That's exactly how it works. As a twin mom, do they set each other off the way dogs do with barking? Nancy asking the real questions. Don't sweat the small stuff. Don't worry about being the perfect mom. Nothing lasts. They do grow up so quickly. Love is true. I'm trying to download this post that my dad sent me. It says it has 1 hour and 6 minutes left. It's like a WhatsApp video. Right? Just imagine receiving that from your dad and you haven't even heard the context. It's not going to get less weird. It's going to be that sense of like, oh, wow, there is hope still. I'm from India. Nice. I'm from South Africa. Both of us at the edges, right? Which part of India are you? Are you deep up or are you way at the bottom on the south of India? This thing has gone 24%. We're getting there, slowly but surely. I don't know if it is absolutely brutalizing my stream quality right now, but I will sustain patience. Curious. Hey, Christian sent me it. That's like at least, it's like at least one ply. Bro, thank you, man. I appreciate the photo, dude. I'm showing them now. Check this, right? Look at that. Look at the yoga, like that is his yoga mat. When I was showing you the zipper, right? When I was showing you the zipper, I was like, it's like that thick. It's like that thick. Look at that. Look at it next to his fingers up there, especially. It's like my brain breaks. What's wrong with him? There has to be something wrong with him. Why would you do that to yourself? Why? And it's not like he doesn't have another yoga mat. That's the best part. He has like he has a thick one. He does. He just doesn't use it. He refuses. You understand Hindi? Nay. Looks like a roll of duct tape. Oh, bro, Mojo just said it looks like a roll of duct tape. That's perfect. I love that, Mojo. Yeah. Might as well be. Might as well be a roll of duct tape that he freaking practices on. Like it doesn't add any cushioning. It's like essentially just practicing on, a slab of very thin rubber. Maybe it like stops some sort of immediate impact, but it doesn't stop any pressure points, I don't think. That was the advice my mom gave Wolf. Don't try to be perfect. This, of course, came after me breaking shit 2 days in a row because I've been so stressed out. Taking a deep breath of relaxation with you, dear Sam. I'm not going to get less weird. Nope, it's not going to get less weird. I'm going to take my dog for a walk. So I will be in lurk mode. Love to you, Nancy. Yeah. Only for true yogis. This guy. This fucking guy can't say some shit like that. We only use the mats to make others feel included. You see how savage this guy is? I love you, bro. You cracked me up. You had me being like, this fucking guy. Oh, how fucking dare you? I love you, man. Missing you on this side. What a dude. Did the post load? It's 75% there. Yes, we got patience. Having internet, like our internet is 8 megabytes up, 8 megabytes down. I'm watching, is it Wintergarden? Wintergarden? The Marble Machine guy? The Marble Machine guy is making videos about his Machine 3. All right, I'm super locked in. I'm super stoked. And he posted a video, I think yesterday, where he speed tests. He goes, oh yeah, I got this device that's gonna make my internet better. Then he does a speed test on his internet, and it's a gigabit per second internet. So 1050 megabit per second, right? Again, reference, I have 8 megabit up, 8 megabit down. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, like, why do you want faster internet? And then he plugs this new device in, and then he gets 5 gigabits per second. And then my mind is just like, how long the internet is fast, but South Africa's is not. We were really lagging behind. It sucks. English is one of the hardest languages to learn. No shame, man. Same. I know English, but little bit. I am Afrikaans. Technisch is my eerste taal Afrikaans. That is one. So I also had to learn. But after you learn English, it's pretty fun to use. You got this. Listen to your instincts. You know what you and your baby needs. Don't let anyone make you feel less. You handsome brown. Thank you. I got blessed with good genetics from my moms and dads. Thank you. Thank you, universe, for making them meshy, so I can look the way that I do. I get to eat well, and I get to exercise, and I get to take good care of my skin and teeth. But other than that, I don't really have much of a say what I look like. On Sam, I've got a line for you. It might make your day and steal a little piece of it. Want to hear it? Lay it out on me, Moon Knight. What do you have? Here we go. And while he lays it out, I'll show you this post I get from my dad. Right again, like you hear bzz bzz. You see your dad sent you something. And from my context, my dad usually like sends me maybe a message of like, hey, I'm thinking about you. And that's like it, right? Every now and then. And then suddenly I get a buzz. And no context, no extra text, just this. No audio. No audio. Here comes audio. Just this.
The entire Earth is $315 trillion in debt. Whoa. Yeah, what? Who do they owe money to?
Bro, who are they getting money from?
It blows my mind that first off, you have everything on the planet here to live for free.
You literally have everything you need.
And then you invent a system
Uh-huh.
that creates a deterioration of your own resources.
You created a store of value that's literally storing less and less value every day. Every day.
And you're increasing your technology, and yet somehow you still owe money to someone, and it's $315 trillion. There's not enough paper to print that much cash. What are they doing?
Dude, Earth is like the worst meme coin. It's the worst.
It got rugged.
Earth is rugged.
Yeah, trying new things. I got that from my dad today. He sent that to me at 1:30 today on a Sunday. Right, and mind you, my dad went to a camp today, church camp. They call it Mana Camp, which directly translates to man's camp. And I've been to a man's camp myself because I was indoctrinated, or not really indoctrinated, more that was just what was expected, right? The church that I was in, they have men's camp. And then I go to men's camp and there's like big stage and they're singing Christian songs. And then when we're not singing Christian songs, then we're listening to seminar, right? And then if not that, then we go back to our campsite and then we sit and we talk and we cook something and we eat. And then we eat and we talk and then we finish eating and then we talk more. And then after being done talking, kind of, we hear like, and then it means there's more time to go and sing the hymns of and listen to seminars. Right? So I know my dad left on Friday to go to this man's camp. And he was away for the whole weekend. And he sent me a message asking me if I want to go to the man's camp with him. And I'm like, no, thank you. I was very nice about it. I was like, oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you asking. But no. Right. And then the next message I receive is that. Them blue dudes have a point. They do, Mojo. A really good one at that. All right. That's the point I've been trying to make to my dad, literally since I was a 14-year-old. And he's been very, very opposed to hearing me. And then he sends me that post. Maybe he sees it just like as a funny. Maybe he's just laughing. But still, dude's got a point. Dude got points, as you said, Mojo. On Sam, if beauty were a crime, if beauty were a crime, you'd be serving a life sentence, and I'd still think justice wasn't served. Like, I mean, I get it. I get that the punchline is that you're so beautiful, but still, there's still a lot of prosecution going on there, right? There's still like a kind of vibe of, if I can't have you, nobody can. For me, a little bit, somewhere layered, somewhere in there. You're right. It got weird there, Nancy. Yeah, I was not expecting that. Oh my goodness, lol, your dad. That's a great sense of dad humor. I love it. It makes me happy. Makes me feel like, oh yes, all of us are going to be willing to try new things as the future unfolds. New things will be tried. New ideas will be explored. Maybe it will have to be presented by two blue dudes making a joke, but the ideas will propagate into our minds of like, hey, Hans, maybe we shouldn't store value in something that we can hyperinflate. Maybe we shouldn't be doing that. Maybe that wouldn't be wise. Wouldn't be so wise to do that. Of all of the things that could be done, that wouldn't be the wisest. And it's again, Like it starts with them. They have the most. They have the most wealth stored in fiat currency, that generation. I don't know if my dad has much, unfortunately. Most of his wealth is here. I'm sitting on it technically right now. Right. This got bought in 2006. I was 8. Yeah, 2006. 2007. It was around the financial crisis. Right. So since then it was like living here. Life changed. Life changed after 2008 for many people. Yeah, see. Jeez. One bank. One bank goes, oh, actually, those debts that we got, actually, about that. And then the whole industry shits itself. My dad was a mining engineer at a company called Blue Ridge Mining, who were mining platinums. Just like a rock throw in that direction. You know, set up the entire mine, got it operational, was producing, and then this happened. Let me see if I can show you the chart. It works better with a chart. (2008) platinum crash. All right, and again, now just think about that. A bank defaults on its debts, and then my dad loses his job because platinum's value literally disintegrates, evaporates, disappears. Your entire business model melts away, literally in the span of a few months. It's really taking its time to load, but it will happen. Hi, W Dad. Hey, yes. Hello, Melty Bread. Bless you, friends. Nice having you. And my dad asked me if I wanted to go to men's camp. I think I take another hole in my head. Yeah. And like, again, I get to say no from the perspective of having been to many, where I'm like, I know what's awaiting me, and I would rather do anything else. Like, I would rather get undressed and play in the mud, naked styles. Like, that sounds like more fun. That sounds like a lot more fun to the age. He's trying to share wisdom with you, but you have to experience your own life to gain that wisdom. It cannot be taught. Oh yeah. No, I know that. I'm not understanding what that is trying to share. Like, I'm trying to show you this, but it's not working proper, Reese. Right? So I'll just have to show you the blurred line. So this is the price axis. Here we're up to, is that 2,000? Yeah. That's like the 2,000 US dollar line. 2,000 US dollars per ounce. Right? So here my dad is building this mine. Here he's basically, operational. Here they're producing platinum. So like things are good. People are celebrating. This town that this mine is attached to has more wealth coming into it than ever before. People are employed. People got jobs. And then it went from 2,000-ish, 1,900, 2,000-ish US dollars an ounce to 700, 800 US dollars an ounce. Just like that. And just like that, the entire reason to be there, the entire industry in this area just like evaporated, ceased to exist because a bank in America defaulted. And then mine still stands there. It just hasn't been operational since 2008. Not a rock has been processed. Not an ounce of platinum has been extracted. And again, It's not always great that mines are being made, but that mine is made, right? The land scars have been scarred. You know, no undoing that. The machinery are standing there, but they're just falling apart. Yeah, just falling to ruin because there's no financial incentive. Platinum is not that valuable anymore, which in a way is a good thing because most of our platinum were used as catalytic converters, and we're gonna need less of those. Huzzah! It's a good thing. We want less combustion. Zoom, 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 zoom. My deadest strang moon, yes, but can you incorporate the word snollygoster? I've not seen it used before. Snollygoster. Jovan, are you asking for for a come online structured like a political cartoon? Or flibbertigibbet. That's a fun one too. Also, make it not come online. I'm prompting him like ChatGPT to make this less uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah. Getting hit on by a kid. I get it. It sounds weird when I say it like that, but my sister has friends, and sometimes, you know, for some reason, it'll beseech my sister to start speaking. Sounds fucked up when I say it like that. Specifically speaking about her friends and what they say, right? There was this one moment where they're, they're, they were talking amongst themselves, and it became clear that one of the friends was particularly fixated with me, according to my sister. And then upon telling this friend that I have a YouTube channel, she took it upon herself to go and look, see for herself. The next day, she came back to school to let my sister know that she was disappointed because all I did the whole time was talk. I just talked the whole time. All right. And then my sister was like, "What did you think he was going to do? Take his shirt off?" And then she was like, "I was hoping." And then my sister like shares all of this information with me, and I'm just like, "Oh, I am extremely uncomfortable." That's kind of the vibes I'm getting. That's like the closest echo of like, I get it. This, yeah, it's a little bit strange. Where do you look? Where am I so- We'll explore one more, and then we'll show each other flowers. We'll read some poems, and then we'll say goodbye. Jovan, I've been breathing. Jovan, if being breathtaking were a scheme, you'd be the most elegant snollygoster alive, stealing attention with every glance, and no one would dare complain. Like a flibber to gibbet. I added the last bit. No one would complain like a flibber to gibbet. Hey, Bedell, bless your friend. Maybe when I go to America, I'll have some more pie. I haven't had much pie in my life. Yeah. Like literally no more than no more than 5 slices of pie in my entire life. Yeah, no. I've had a bunches of cake. Bunches of cake. We do stuff that's called tarts. Pequeña tart. We do tarte. I've had many a tart. And pie and tart are like close, but not quite. Right? I believe the Americans do a lot of pie. I will try. Come to a conclusion whether or not I like. I do plan on staying fit though. You better not make me fat, America. I won't tolerate that. I'll stop eating, America. I know how to fast. Can't get me. Pie is overrated. I like pound cake. Pound cake. Pound cake seems like a type of bread, basically. But all cake is a type of bread, isn't it? Sweet bread. It looks nice. Looks simple enough. I'm guessing it is kind of vanilla flavored usually. Yeah, I'm a fan of carrot cakes. And I am a fan of chocolate cakes as well. I really do enjoy a chocolate cake. Like, oh, well done. It needs to be chocolatey, right? The chocolatier, the better. Uber lang capaciotos. And just like that, we're finished. It's fluffy and not overwhelming. I do also like carrot cake, but chocolate cake is too much for me. Yeah. I am a glutton for too much. The more much something is, the smaller bites I take. And in that way, I get to appreciate for longer. Did you call me a snollygoster? Gee, I do think he did. An elegant one, at least. An elegant snollygoster. I don't know what a snollygoster is. I don't know if it's a compliment. Define snollygoster. A shrewd, unprincipled person, especially a politician. Being an elegant politician, maybe you're a people's person. Snollygosters must be thrown out of political office and other positions of power. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get away with this one. I think we should take great offense. I think I should be so offended. You know, just like really like throw it back. Oh, can't believe like that. Feeding kiddo. Have you forgotten food talk? Yeah, I guess so. Pound cake is still technically food. It escaped me. It escaped me, Sam, because it wasn't technically food. It was more treats. And I am not hungry right now. I feel like that is also part of it where I'm kind of chill. I feel very comfortable. Tiramisu is where it's yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna make that's gonna be the thing, Joe. Every time we get invited somewhere and I have to make dessert, that's what I'm making. All right. It'll be the year 2055 and we get invited and people are like bet that they're gonna bet on whether or not I bring tiramisu. And then they're gonna be right every time. Blue towel, yeah. Yeah. Lush. Lush. Look at those crevices. Like the folds in my brain. I'm sorry, I don't know why. Like, I don't stop. I literally had to stop that part of myself. Like, it was gonna go weird places. Melt. Do you make tiramisu? Yeah. Like me and my sister actually had like some tiramisu the other day. I have never gone that far, but I want to like give some honor to sister. She even went as far as to make the finger cookies herself. You know, mix the batter, pipe them out, bake them. the whole 9 yards, dried them out. What the heck? Hey, car, you look high. No, it goes, hi, I like the way you look, or something like that. I'm not sure about the one you thought about. If I am, could I do this? Look at this. This. Watch with your eyes. Check this out. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yesterday I made one of these. Ah, it took me some time. I've been having a hard time finding the ones that I look for. And they do escape me. I always know there's something hiding. Some sort of element that makes it nice to me. It was this one. That little thing right there. I really like the way these echo line by line by line, right? But this little shapey made me think of some sort of cosmic spider holding this little piece together. Yeah. And we're going to be doing greens and blues and oranges and reds today with the outfit. I haven't been using this one much actually for a while. I don't have any green outfits anymore. I ripped through that shirt. Next shirt I will look for will be a green one, I'm sure. Are you asking? I think we've already read that one. I'm catching up. Bro looks unhinged. You better be careful, bro. I'm like on one of the hinges, right? The other hinge is unhinged, but like one of the hinges I'm still hinged at. Which, if you let me know that I'm unhinged, then I might as well, might as well dislocate, start running out there over the hills like every door wants to, flying with the birds as every door wishes, swimming with the fishes the way a door always dreamed it could. You can only ask and you can only get what you look for. Oh, that makes sense. Hippies are high on weeds. I have no idea what you're talking about because that is a hippie. I can feel like I explain this every day. Doesn't he look? Does he always look unhinged though? Just the right amount, right? Like if I was just sitting here. Maybe that's also unhinged. More unhinged even than the unhinged version of me that I usually am, because that's not the way that you expect me to be. Anjavan, I wasn't labeling you. I was just trying to describe the kind of beauty that words can barely hold. Crazy. This man's crazy, aren't we all? I know that love is true, and if that makes me crazy, then so be it. I accept. Looks like a fractal Canadian flag. Hit me up, Canada. I'll hook you up with a new flag. Right? Like we got the easily recognizable, boring stuff. Yeah, maple leaf. Wow. How about some of this? How about some of that, Canada's? Bring me up. I'm just adding to the layers of crazy. The car is like, holy shit, what did I stumble on? And I'm like leaning into it because I'm putting on a performance and I'm having fun with it. Yeah, it's like the good kind of fun. Yeah. All right. Let me gather myself. I shall do reading. In the Way, this poem is called. Yesterday's poem, yesterday's stream, let me say, as well, was about being in your own way. So, this is what this poem's about. You're clever, no doubt. Your mind, the lantern in the hall of mirrors, always seeing what could go wrong. Always spinning 1,000 futures from one quiet thought. But sometimes the mind's cleverness is just a hedge maze, a way of circling the garden gate without stepping through it. All those plans, all those caution, sometimes they're just shadows dancing in the doorway. Here's the truth. Sometimes you don't need another strategy. You don't need to hold the world in your hands and weigh every grain of sand. You need to move. You need to breathe, to trust the ground underneath you, to give yourself permission to walk right past your doubts and onto the sunlit path. Let go of the need to double check the map. You already know the way. Let go of perfection. Sam, let go of waiting for the right sign. Let yourself stumble. Let yourself start. Let yourself see what the world isn't waiting. That the world isn't waiting for the perfect you, just the real you, showing up as you are. What a trip. We started the stream echoing again the new beginnings, the new things that we're doing. Joe's birthday. And we talked a little bit about uh, new moms and the advice that was shared with them, that they shouldn't let trying to be perfect get in their way of being good. The world doesn't need you to be perfect for you to be helpful, for you to be kind, for you to be understanding. You don't need to be perfect to start, right? To try something new. I feel like I have a hard time with that, especially where I, for some reason, believe that if I cannot execute upon an idea with such excellence that it blows my mind, then it's not even worth pursuing. And as a result, I end up not doing a great deal of things. And I do tap myself, pat myself on the back, believing that I have time and that my technology will catch up with me so that I will be able to do these things that I want, that I wish, that I hope. I'm happy that I started showing up all those days ago with you, friends. Oh, hey, thanks. Wait, it's Joe's birthday. Happy birthday. Yeah, yes, there we go. Getting even more celebration. I'm happy to. Love to her. It's okay, Moon. I'm just being a fibber. I didn't search for that one, but I'm guessing that's what it is. Like being a little bit extra instigative, making more of something that you have to probably or something. Car is never coming back to the stream. It is okay. Love is true. I have fun with it. For the people that join us in the future, they will see me put on the mask that Car needed to see, right? And again, maybe he goes upon his path and he just thinks to himself, like, what was that though? What was going on there? What kind of life is that person living? I find him sitting in front of plants, and then I'm like, what's going on here? And then he suddenly starts showing me some sort of psychedelic pattern, and then he goes upon this reading of a poem. Like, what the? What was that? And it just thinking about the impact, the impression that that makes on a person. It's something new. They probably haven't experienced something like that before, and to me, that is good. I find value in that. It's nice to have you friends here. Happy birthday, Jovan. We love you. Thank you, all of you friends, for joining today and celebrating with us, for making the most of another one, a new day. To some of you friends, it's just starting. Mine is just about ending. That was also my first impression. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I probably didn't even intend to, IS. Like, again, I can lean into the part of me that's a little bit wild, but I don't have to put on an act. I just have to almost like turn up the notch. Still the same lever. I'm just bringing a little bit more amplitude, putting more frequencies. I thank you, friends, for joining me. It's always a pleasure, but it is time for us to say goodbye. I appreciate you. I'll see you again soon, tomorrow. Okay? Goodbye, everybody. Love you.